Welcome to Sunrise Hatha. For the next 45 minutes, I am going to put you in various shapes that you are going to need start that over again. Welcome to Sunrise Hatha. For today's practice, you're going to need your yoga mats, 2 blocks, and a blanket. We're going to begin this 45-minute practice on our backs in constructive breath. So sit your hips to the middle of your mat and bring your back body down. Once you're there, drop your knees together towards the middle of your mat, and then wiggle your feet out wide, angle your heels out and your toes in slightly. Then start by bringing your arms by your side and take a big breath in. And then back out. Open your arms out wide into a T shape, spread your wings, take a breath in. Let it go. Bend your elbows, backs of your hands on the earth, take a breath. And then let it go. And then take your arms above your head, grab opposite forearms or wrists and take a breath. And then out of the forearm positions I just gave you, I want you to pick one that feels the most nourishing to you. Make your choice, and then snug your shoulder blades together so they create a little cradle for your heart. And then take a big breath into your chest. Exhale out of your mouth. Big breath in. And then back out. One more. Inhale here. Pause at the top. Hold your breath inside. Drink in a little more air. Hold again. And then exhale out. Settle the weight of your body down. Keep your arms as they are. Slide your feet out a little wider and then drop both of your knees over to the right for double diamond. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Halfway there, this is your 3rd breath. Two more. With your next inhale, lift your knees back up through center and then take them right over to the left. So double diamond, second side, both knees drop to the left, but your feet are still set nice and wide. Rotate your head, face the right, so your knees and your head are moving in opposite directions. Then rest the weight of your body down and hold for 5 breaths. Nice and slow. Try and make those inhales as big as you can. Give yourself permission to soften on every exhale. Soften your mind, soften your body. Soften your expectations and the speed of your thoughts. On your inhale, come back through center. You're going to reach for one of your blocks, and you're going to place that block underneath your sacrum for supported bridge. And I Encourage you to use the lowest setting here because of what we're going to do in a moment, but we're going to start in regular bridge, block on the lowest setting, and you're supporting your sacrum. If the block is up too high towards the small of your back, the lumbar spine, might pinch or you might feel discomfort. And that's always a cue to slide the block down a little bit towards your tailbone. And for this one, I want you to bring your arms by your sides, roll the shoulder caps down, slide the shoulder blades together. Make sure your palms face upward towards the sky. And hold here and breathe. Even this gentle lift in the hips is starting to use gravity to help send your blood back to your heart. The physical heart, obviously the part of us that keeps us alive, and then reoxygenates that blood to send it back through our system. One more breath right here. All right. Take a nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, right knee to your chest, interlace your fingers over your right shin bone, and then extend the left leg forward and down. You can relax the right foot, but flex the left foot and picture an imaginary wall in front of you. And I want you to push the heel of your left foot into that wall. Come back to your breath. Come back to your heart. Check in with your heart and just ask it what it feels today. Be in relationship to it. Inhale fully. Pause at the top. Exhale completely. Begin to bend your left knee. Slide your heel in and then pull your left knee towards your chest. Interlace your fingers over the left shin bone and then extend your right leg toward the earth. Once your heel touches down, push into the imaginary wall in front of you and then use the strength of your hands to draw your right knee closer to your chest. Take note of where you're feeling the physical sensations in this shape right now. All the places that are lighting up. Send your mind there. And as if you could, I want you to send your breath there. Like direct the energy of the prana towards the parts of you that are getting the most stretch and activation right now. Keep the breath flowing in and out. Take a final breath. Release your hands from your legs, set your left foot down, bend your right knee, set your right foot down, and then lift your hips, remove your block. Moving into a spinal twist, cross your right leg over your left like an eagle wrap, and then shift your pelvis to the right a couple of inches. Then once you've done that, drop both of your legs to the left, twisting from your waistline. Push your elbows down and adjust your upper back so the back of the shoulder girdle and both shoulder blades touch the earth. Then open your wings or bend your elbows for cactus arms. Return to your breath and hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1 more breath. Excellent. On your inhale, legs return to center, hips return to the middle of the mat. Unwrap the right leg and then take it to the other side. Wrap your left leg over, shift your hips to the left, but drop your legs to the right. And then from your belly button, you twist and your shoulders broaden here. Close your eyes and hold for 3. Breathe nice and big into the chest, into the heart. Not the physical heart, but the energetic heart, the heart chakra. This place of love and compassion, of empathy, of courage, of gratitude. Inhale and lift your body back through center. Unwind your legs and then pull both knees in towards your chest. Slide your hands to your hamstrings and start to rock and roll from head to toe. If you have a spinal injury, tenderness, then don't do this. In fact, roll to one side and bring yourself up to a seat. If you're rocking, give me 3 more. The more you squeeze your legs together, the more control you're going to have. Round your spine. You've got 1 more. And then join the others in a seat and then plant your palms and everybody step back to a child's pose. Big toes together, knees slide wide, hips sit on your heels, and then you're going to crawl your arms forward and down. Lower your forehead to or toward the earth. It's okay if it doesn't touch down. Give it a couple breaths and it might reach the earth. Once your arms are nice and extended, side body long from the fingertips all the way down to the outer hips, then you can bend your elbows ever so slightly and bring forearms to the earth. Rest the weight of your body down. Whatever you've been holding on your shoulders, let it go. And as you intentionally slow the rhythm of your breath, I want you to know there's a direct relationship between the speed of your breath and the speed of your thoughts. When you control your breath, you control your mind. Take 2 more breaths here in child's pose. Know that this is a pose you can come back to at any point in your practice today. If you need rest, you need to come back to center, you need to catch your breath. And then on your inhale, I want you to rise up to a tabletop. Draw the knees in so they're below your hips, then tuck your toes and push back for a downward facing dog. Once you're there, please feel free to pedal out your legs. Every time you straighten one leg, pushing your heel down, really work that stretch. Stay with your breath and hold for 4 more. Hold for 3 more. Hold for 2 more. Find stillness and hold for 1 last breath. Lower your knees to tabletop position. Tops of your feet on the earth, flat back here. So you're gonna need to engage the transverse abdominals here. They wrap like a belt around the waistline. You're gonna activate them and draw them up without rounding your spine. We're not going into cat pose. So flat back here, engaged core, and then send your left leg back, toes on the earth, but foot is flexed. So the heel is not behind you. Although if you want to push your heel back, get a little added calf stretch, go for it, and then flex your foot. Once again, re-engage the abdominals, drawing them up, sending your tailbone back, and then take your right arm forward. Thumb faces up, pinkies on the bottom, palm faces to the left. Keep your arms straight and strong, and then lift with your glutes. Left toes lift off the earth. We're going to hold and breathe here, friends. The Hatha practice is one that builds heat from the inside out. It's a slow burn. So rather than flowing, we're holding to find strength, to engage our muscles so that each pose is safe and strong. Take one more breath, reach in opposite directions. On your exhale, plant your right hand and step your left foot forward. Then sweep your arms out and up, coming into monkey lunge, Anjaneyasana. Want to be mindful not to dip the hips down. We're not really trying to get a quad stretch here. We want the hips to be level, the thigh bone to be parallel to the earth, and us to be creating a nice 90-degree shape with this front leg. Arms rise, and then either stay here and breathe, hugging the midline with your inner thighs, or grab onto the right wrist with your left hand and stretch up and over to the left for an added crescent stretch here in your lunge. If you've chosen the crescent stretch, be mindful not to turn to the left. We're not trying to close off the heart or lean that far, actually. Keep your rib cage as sideways as possible as you breathe. You're creating a long line from the right kneecap up towards the right armpit and then past the armpit to the fingertips. Take another breath. Inhale, everybody back through center if you're not already there. And then sweep your arms down and behind you. Interlace your fingers, bring your palms together to touch, and make sure they stay that way. With your elbows bent, squeeze them in, drawing shoulder blades together, and then big breath in, lift your chest, send your knuckles down toward the earth. Stay here, or humble low warrior fold. Heart and head drop towards the inside of the left leg. Your knuckles lift towards the sky. Be mindful not to hyperextend the elbows. Keep a micro or macro bend in them. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. We're still holding. You're doing a great job. 2 more breaths. On your inhale, release the bind of your hands. Sweep your arms forward and up. And then exhale. Palms touch right at the center of your chest, at your heart. Take a nice big breath in at center. And then you're going to twist from the belly button to the left and then hook your right arm on your left thigh. If you're feeling unstable, then I want you to look down towards the earth and make sure the big toe mound of your left foot is rooted into your mat. Then, if and when you find stability, start to turn your head, look past the left elbow. You're going to have to bring your left glute online and hug it to the midline in order to keep that stability happening. Return to your breath and hold. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Return to center, hands to the earth. I want you to reach for both your blocks. We're moving into pyramid pose. I recommend the tall setting to start. Once you get there, you can always adjust once you start to breathe. Tuck the back toes, lift your knee, and hop your foot in a footprint. The right foot is going to angle out about 30 degrees. The sole of your foot is completely planted on the mat, and the same with the front foot. Sole is planted, except your toes point forward here. Send your hips back in space, both legs straighten out, and then crawl your arms forward using the blocks for support. Once your arms cannot extend anymore, then drop your head. The energy of the pose is the feet are pushing down and sending your hips back. So keep working that action while you reach the head and hands forward. Let your head hang heavy and return to your breath. On your inhale, pivot on the ball of your back foot, step forward for standing forward fold. When you get there, lower your blocks down to the medium or the short setting. Use the blocks to support your hands as you fold over your legs. Make sure your feet are at least hips distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider. And then let gravity help you here. Surrender to it. Feet push down, hips lift up, but your head and arms dangle here. Even more than dangling, your palms are pushing actively into the earth to help deepen the crease at your hips so that you can fold more. Keep a micro bend in your knees. Lift your low belly up and in. Let your head and heart drop down. Inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot, push actively into your feet, lift your arms up, stand up, arms above your head, and then hands come to your heart. Close your eyes once you get there and take 3 breaths in mountain pose with Anjali Mudra. On your inhale, send your arms out and up. On your exhale, hands through your heart, hinge at your hips and fold. On your inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, set your hands well, step back for downward facing dog. Once you get to down dog, you can be still or you can pedal your legs. The bottom of your exhale, lower your knees, return to tabletop. We're going to do that little series on the second side now, friends. So set your hands well, spread your fingers nice and wide, and then send the right toes back, straighten your right leg. Push into your heel first to get a calf stretch if desired, and then flex your foot. Heel stacks above your toes. Then engage your abdominals, belly button draws up, transverse abdominals come online, and then extend the left arm. Thumb up, pinky finger down, palm faces to the right. And then once you've got all that in stability, begin to lift your right heel up. You've got to lift with your glute and not the heel itself. Then once again, check out what the core is doing. Draw the belly button up, get more engagement. And then reach in opposite directions with the heel of your foot extending back and your fingertips reaching forward. Find a focal point on the floor, something that's not moving. That's your drishti. Steady your breath, steady your body. As you exhale, left hand comes down, right foot steps forward. Make sure your ankle is below your knee, not behind it. If it's behind it, please wiggle it forward. Lift your upper body up and sweep your arms out and up for monkey lunge. Remember to squeeze the midline with the upper inner thighs. That's going to help make you stable. Stay right here or add the crescent stretch. Grab onto the left wrist with the right hand and reach to the right. Come back to your breath. Inhale back through center, sweep your hands behind you, bind your hands, bind them the weird way, the non-dominant way. Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze your shoulder blades and elbows together. Take a big breath in, lift your chest and your knuckles down toward the earth, and then stay here or fold to the inside of your leg. Immediately, your palms are going to want to pull up away from each other. Keep them clasped. That means you might not lift your knuckles as far as you're used to. That's okay. I promise you this is safer in the long term. Steady your body by steadying your breath. Take another breath. Release your hands. Gently sweep your arms forward and up. Palms come to touch above your head, and then exhale them to your heart. Take a breath in at center. Exhale from the waistline, twist to the right. Take your left elbow to your right thigh. Push your palms together and send your right elbow back in space. And then either look down at the earth for stability or turn your head, look past your right shoulder. When you look past your right shoulder, really work the hips. Really work the glutes. Come back to your breath. Inhale fully. And as you exhale, unwind, bring hands to the earth. Grab your blocks, lift your back knee, hop your foot in, angle your toes out. Straighten both of your legs and send your hips back. Use your blocks to support your hands as you walk your arms forward. Try and level out your pelvis here. For many of us, that means sweeping the hips to the left as you scoop the right hip back. Make sure you're not walking a tightrope. You want the right foot to be to the right, the left foot to be to the left, like railroad tracks. Drop your head between your arms, relax. And just like before, hips move back with the active feet pushing down. Your fingertips, hands, and arms are reaching forward for length. Take one more breath. Pivot on the ball of your back foot, step forward, standing forward fold. All 10 toes point forward. Make sure your feet are totally parallel. Use the blocks to support your hands or don't. Forward fold. All right, my friends, inhale, half lift and wiggle your feet out wide. And then heels in, toes point out. Stack your blocks, place the blocks right underneath your seat, and then you're going to come down into a nice wide squat. So feet wide, hips on blocks. And if the blocks don't have enough height to support you, you can always come into Hatha huddle. So hips back, bend your knees, forearms to thighs. No matter where you are, if you're in Hatha huddle, stay where you are and lift your chest up into your thumbs. If you're in this wide squat, your elbows are going to come to the inner knees and you're going to create some resistance here. Your legs are going to squeeze in, but your arms are going to push out. And it's that resistance that's going to help you stretch this inner thigh and outer hip action here. Once you have all of that, I want you to lift your chest up into your thumbs, make your neck nice and long, and move the shoulder caps down. Close your eyes and then reach through the crown of your head. Get taller here. Keep the arms pushing out. Tailbone down, lower belly up and in. Chest into thumbs. Make your spine straight and strong. Return to your breath. One more round. Inhale here. Exhale all the way out. Beautiful. Release your hands to the earth. Lift your hips. Make your feet parallel. Wiggle them in and come into a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Ragdoll your body. Make sure you distribute the weight of your body evenly through the four corners of your feet, which for most of us means we need to lean forward a little bit. Let go of everything you've been holding on to in your mind, in your heart, in your body. Go to that still place inside, the place that's undisturbed by the fluctuations of your mood or your thoughts or even the external events happening in the world. The place of you inside you that you can always go and find a retreat and peace. Go there. Take a big breath in and then back out. Release your arms, ragdoll your body, and then push yourself up to a standing shape. Roll your shoulders back, stack your head over your shoulders, and take a breath. Okay, we're gonna go into an eagle stretch, but begin to swing your arms. A little bit of momentum is fine, but keep it pretty gentle. We don't wanna whip the arms here. Continue to wake up the shoulder joint. And then the next time your right arm is on the bottom, I want you to give yourself a hug, okay? So right arm is on the bottom, elbows are crisscrossed in front of your heart. And then stay here, give yourself a hug, or release the fingertips, bring the backs of your hands together for single wrap, or bring the palms together for a double wrap. Then wiggle your feet together, big breath into your heart. Exhale, bend your knees, sit your hips back for a chair. Stay here or take your right leg over your left for that wrap. And then squeeze your legs together, squeeze your elbows and forearms together. Inhale, lift your chest up into your arms. And as you exhale, pull your arms down towards your chest, creating that resistance that I talked about in the squat we did just a moment ago. Keep holding as you sit deeper. Continue to breathe. On your next inhale, push firmly into the standing foot. Unwind yourself, lift your arms and your right leg, and then step it back. Pivot your back foot down and open into warrior two. Inhale your arms up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend the front knee, arms come down for warrior two. Inhale up, exhale, bend. Inhale up, exhale, bend. Inhale up, exhale, bend and hold. Anchor down through the outer edge of the back foot. That's going to help take pressure and weight off of that front quad, off the quads. It's going to make this a little more sustainable. Come back to your breath. If it's sped up, try and slow it down. Big breath into your heart. Sink a little deeper. Take one more breath. As you exhale, straighten that bottom leg, reach the top arm up and the bottom arm down for Trikonasana. Look up towards the right fingertips, or if you need more stability, look down to the earth. On your next exhale, bend the bottom knee. Left forearm comes to left thigh. For this one, we're going to wrap our right arm around our back. Maybe fingertips come to the outer left hip. Rotate your heart open to the right and stack shoulder to shoulder. Take one more breath. Both hands to the earth, step back, down dog. Bend your knees, look between your hands. On your exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Big breath in, half lift, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Bend your knees a lot, push actively into your feet, send your arms out and up as you breathe in and rise. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath at center. Exhale all the way out. Doing that for the second side. Start to swing your arms again. A little momentum is good. Keep it gentle though. So for this time, we need the left arm on the bottom. All right, so the next time the left arm is on the bottom, you're going to give yourself a hug. Take a breath at center. Decide if you want to stay here. You can choose to single or double wrap the hands. Firm the forearms together. Heart moves up, elbows draw down. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, sit into your seat. Then left leg comes over to the right. Take the wrap and squeeze elbows together, squeeze legs together. Sit nice and deep. Find your breath. Breathe into the front of the heart. Breathe into the back of the heart. Sit deeply into the seat. On your next inhale, push firmly into the right foot, unwind, rise up, and then step back, open up for warrior two. Your back foot pivots down, arms extend out wide, hips move low as the front knee bends. On your inhale, straighten both legs, lift your arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. 3 more. Last one. Stay in warrior two once you get there. Stack head and neck over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Anchor into the back, the outer ankle of the back leg. Sit your hips a little deeper. Widen the right knee. Gaze softly over the right fingertips. Drop the shoulders down. Straighten the front leg, lift the top arm up, and then cartwheel down for Trikonasana. The right fingertips come to the earth, a block or maybe your shin, top arm rises. Stack shoulder to shoulder here, friends. Steady your breath, steady your body, steady your mind. On your exhale, left arm wraps around your waistline, forearm comes to the right thigh bone, front knee bends. Try and keep the rib cage as sideways as possible, shoulder to shoulder. Draw the low belly in, reach through the crown of the head. Both hands to the earth, step back for downward facing dog. Pedal your legs or don't. Stay with your breath. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Bend your knees, set them down on the earth. Take a child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, hips to heels. Crawl your hands forward and down. Just slow your breath. On your next inhale, walk your hands in towards your knees. Come on up to a seat and swing your feet around. Set your feet in front of you. Hands come behind your hips to support your body, and then move your move your feet wide, and then drop both knees to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees to the left. Off you go with your own breath. Remember that breath and movement unite. The breath is the conductor, the breath is the leader. You begin to inhale and then drop. You begin to exhale and then lift. Movement follows breath. One more on each side. Come on back through center. Bring your feet hips distance apart. Hands are about a foot outside or behind your hips. Importantly, place your hands so that your fingers face out and your thumbs face forward. We don't want all fingers forward, that rolls the shoulder in. We really need the shoulders to stay open. So fingers out, thumbs forward, feet are set hips distance. Big breath in, lift your chest, send your shoulders down. Then keep that upward action and lift the hips for reverse table. Resist the urge to drop your head down and back. We don't want to do that with the neck. Just send your head back. Keep the neck long. Firm the glutes, firm the inner thighs. Lift the hips a little more. Hold. Stay with your breath. Strong hands, strong feet. Take another breath in. And this time on your exhale, lower the hips down. This time, extend the legs. Once your legs extend forward, lean to one side and move the flesh of your seat back and away so that your sits bones can find the earth. And flex your feet to the legs into the earth for stability. Toes are stacked over your heels. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. As you exhale, hinge from your hips and reach forward. It doesn't matter how far you go or where your hands end up touching. Just let your hands drop down where they naturally want to be. And then drop your head. Lower your breath. Control your mind. Soften your body. On your inhale, gently release your hands from wherever they are. Sit back up. Slide your hips to the middle of your mat and then slowly come down. Once you get there, immediately let's go into a figure four. One last hip stretch before we rest. Right ankle crosses over your left thigh and then move your knee away from you, the thigh bone, away from your chest. Keep all of that and then draw legs to chest, both of them at the same time. Thread your right arm through the hole created by your legs and interlace your fingers at the left hamstrings. Let your breath flow freely. Bottom of your exhale, release your hands, set your left foot down. Switch it out, right foot returns to the earth, left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Before you lift your legs, move your left thigh away from you. Then once your shin is parallel to the front of the mat, bring both legs in. Take the bind and breathe. Bottom of your exhale, release your hands, set your right foot down, unwind the left, and extend both legs long. Grip the outer edges of your mat, extend your arms forward, lift the low back up out of the pelvis and make space. Reach your arms by your side, flip your palms upward. Close your eyes. Shoulders caps down, shoulder blades come together. Big breath in. Hold it at the top. And then exhale out. Shavasana. So I've been talking about through our flow today the different kinds of heart that we could tap into. The physical heart that pumps blood and moves oxygen through the body. The energetic heart, the anahata, the place of compassion and wisdom and love and all that good stuff that we feel. And then we have this place that's deeper still. It's a place of peace. And in the yoga tradition, that's called the spiritual heart or the Hridaya. And the Hridaya is undisturbed by everything going on in the world, the chaos of your mind, or anything else you might be sensing. It's the part of you that connects to the everything, the universal consciousness, to God or goddess, whatever you want to call the presence of universal love, the source of all creation, whatever that is for you. That spark that caused the Big Bang. Energy. There's a part of that inside you, and it's called the spiritual heart or the Hridaya. And you know that you're in it when you feel the sense of peace and stillness and quiet. Confidence and trust. Stay with your breath, your slow and steady breath, and allow it to guide you into your Hridaya, your spiritual heart. Begin to deepen your breath. And as you exhale, wiggle your fingers and your toes and roll ankles and wrists around. Inhale, bend your knees, draw them towards your chest. As you exhale, bring yourself up to a seat and face forward. Take any comfortable seat that you'd like to take. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes and bring your hands to your heart. Once again, return to the spiritual heart, the part of you that feels peace. And it's okay if you didn't find it today. It is a practice to get there. But I promise you it's in there. It's a little secret chamber, a doorway of the heart, a little cave that you can always enter when you need to remember who you are and what you came here to do. Let's take one more collective breath together. From the earth to the sky, I invite you to breathe in. And from the sky back down to the earth, breathe out. Bow your head towards your heart, finding gratitude for yourself, for your body, and for your practice. Take one more breath and find gratitude for these practices themselves, the lineage that they came from, and the wisdom they contain.